Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days. So this is the first proper video that I'm doing since I had a shave. I know that from the comments a lot of you say that I look quite a bit different, quite a bit younger, more handsome. I threw that one in, but you know, it goes without saying, doesn't it? But it's alright, I'm alright with it. So I think we'll probably grow it back a little bit, but we might not get it as long as what it was before. I was getting a little bit out of control, in all truth. So yeah, hey look, it's cool, happy with it. And I'm happy with NXT as well. Thought that this week was a good week. It wasn't a great week, because there was a few big names missing. You know, there was no Joe, there was no Balor, there was no in-ring action from Nakamura, no in-ring action from Bayley, no in-ring action from Asuka, no in-ring action from American Alpha. So none of the champions were competing, none of the title holders. So it kind of fell to those a little lower down the card. But it was still a good show. We got to see TMDK, but they're not going by the name of TMDK anymore. I think that it was True Men Don't Kneel, is what they were known on the indie circuit. But they've come into NXT and now they're TM61. True Men 61, I don't know what the hell that stands for. Not into that name, but then saying that, you know, it's still better than The Club or The Family or The Revival. So, you know, TM61. Sounds like a boy band, doesn't it? Hey, we're TM61. But they're not a boy band. They're pretty hard hitting. I thought this was a good showing from them. They're a good tag team, and they're a real proper tag team. They were up against two of my favourites. I mean, Johnny Gargano, I love him. I honestly think he could be big, you know, Daniel Bryan-esque in the future, because, you know, he changes the match when he gets in there. You know, he did a spear through the ropes. It was absolutely fantastic. Again, you know, he was jumping outside the ring. There was action inside the ring. I like Tommaso Ciampa as well, right? I really like Tommaso Ciampa. He's hard hitting. Just goes in there. He's brutal. So those two together remind me a lot of American Alpha. You know, Tommaso Ciampa's like the Jason Jordan of the team, and Johnny Gargano's like the Chad Gable. So I'd love to see those two go at it. And I'd love for them to go at it for like 15 minutes at a takeover for the titles. I just think that match would just be insane. Johnny Gargano against Chad Gable is a thing of dreams. The reason that this review is a little later, just before we go further down the card, and what actually happened, is because obviously the news broke about the brand split. So I was waiting to see if there was any NXT news, and I haven't seen anything yet, and I don't want to wait any longer, so it makes sense to just really do the video. But I'm expecting Nakamura, Bayley, Asuka, Joe, all to get called up. Might seem like a lot, but this brand split is huge. From what I'm hearing, next week we're going to get some more releases on the main roster. They're going to do the draft on, I think it's July 11th. They're going to decide what superstars go on to Raw and what superstars go to SmackDown. Once that's decided, those are the only shows you will see those superstars on. And then I've heard they're going to boost the roster by pushing up quite a few people from NXT. No news as to who that is yet. So it's really important to look at like this week's show and think, you know, what's it going to look like in the future? What is the future of NXT? Not that far down the road, August, late July. What will NXT look like? I think they will still have the likes of Joe and Asuka there, just so it goes through a transitional period, but certainly come the end of the year, September, October time, November at the very latest, I think NXT is going to look very, very different. I don't think there'll be Balor, and I don't think there'll be Joe, and I don't think there'll be Bayley, and I don't think there'll be Asuka. I don't think there'll be American Alpha. I think they'll take all the big names. So you're looking, and that's very much what this week's show was like. You're looking at Johnny Gargano, you're looking at Tommaso Ciampa, you're looking at TM61. Are they good enough to be, you know, the faces, if you will, of NXT? And I thought they were all right. They just need a bit more showmanship. It just kind of lacked that. It was a long match. It was a good match, good wrestling match, long match. Gargano, Ciampa picking up the victory. Lots of spots, and you know, both applauded each other at the end, which I thought was a nice touch. But are they really ready to be the, you know, the faces of NXT, the faces of the tag division, or even the singles division if Gargano and Ciampa go back to being single stars? Not yet. Not yet. It's going to take a little bit more than that. So, other things we found out that Bayley was injured, and so there was going to be a match for a #1 contender. Winner would face Asuka. That was going to be the main event. We also found out that Baby Metal are going to provide the music for the takeover, which is only in a few weeks' time. I honestly don't know if Bayley's injured or not. I don't know if that's legit, or if it's just a case they're going to try and showcase those women that are just underneath that kind of Bayley level. So in the main event, we had Nia Jax, we had Alexa Bliss, and we had Carmella, and the winner would go on to face Asuka at TakeOver. Next, we had a promo from Austin Aries, and you know, he said he's been great all over the world, which is why he's comfortable calling himself the greatest of all time. You know, he is great, but he wants to always compete against the best, to be the best. And out came Nakamura. Regal came out. Match was set. It was good. You know, Nakamura spent most of this just playing up to the crowd, which is absolutely fine, because my criticism of the first match was that there wasn't enough showmanship. Nakamura's got that in absolute spades. My only concern is he's going to be another name that they take for the main roster. Don't be surprised if Nakamura gets drafted to SmackDown or Raw. He is a world champion in waiting, and I think they need him now. So I don't think Nakamura's going to, you know, have a lengthy NXT title run or anything along those lines. I think he gets called up very soon, and I think he'll probably help the transitional period. But yeah, Aries against Nakamura is set for TakeOver. Very exciting. We were also told that we get American Alpha Revival. That was from the other week. So the card is starting to fill up. We know that we've got Joe Balor in a cage match as well. So with the main event from this week's show, that was at this stage 4 matches set. Next, we've got a cool promo. I can't remember his name. Alme is coming. It was a Mexican guy taking off his Lucha Libre mask. And we didn't see his face, but it just came up, something Gomes coming soon. I honestly don't know much about this guy. I'll be perfectly honest, all of my time and attention goes into Raw, goes into NXT, and I watch bits of SmackDown, but I don't watch enough to review it. There will be reviews on the way, certainly when it moves live on Tuesday nights, but I just don't have time for independents. I don't have time for the indie scene. I couldn't tell you who the hot names are out there. I know Jay Lethal, I know the Young Bucks, I know some of the big names, Prince Puma, obviously, Ricochet, but I don't know this guy, and so I'm quite excited to see what he's going to bring to the table. A very fast-paced, high-flying Lucha Libre style by the looks of it. Next we had Aries against Samson set for next week. That was announced. It was also announced next week there'll be Joe Balor sit-down interview with Corey Graves, which sounds pretty interesting. And then we had No Way Jose come out. No way, Jose, no way, Jose, no way, Jose, no way, Jose. Love him. Absolutely love No Way Jose. I think that he is somebody that within only like a few weeks has just managed to capture the excitement of the NXT universe. He's doing loads on Twitter, There was No Way Day where he was on 6,000 Twitter followers. He wanted to increase that, so he got all the other NXT stars to change their profile pictures. So all over Twitter, all you were seeing was No Way Jose. You know, he does his dance moves, all this kind of stuff. Didn't catch who he was up against in this match, but it was just like a jobber basically. Obviously he picks up the victory. There's a moment where this other guy's got a bit of offense, and No Way Jose kind of, you can see it in his eyes, he like starts getting angry, starts snapping. I'd like to see that a bit more dramatic. I want to see that change, and I want to see him go absolutely brutal. I want the crowd to be dancing along, and I want them to be like, whoa, what is going on? You know, I want this guy to be a bit unhinged, because it's all well and good in being all laughing and joking, all this kind of stuff, but that's only going to get him so far. He's got to be able to do it in the ring, and so far there's nothing that really makes him stand out in ring wise. There's no cool submission moves, or I like his aeroplane spin. He's brought back the aeroplane spin, so he'll get him on the shoulders and he'll start spinning around. It's a stupid move, but what I like about it is when he stops, he goes, and the other way, and then he'll go back around the other way as well. He's just fun. It's just good fun, and I like the fact that he's engaging on Twitter as well. So yeah, big fan of No Way Jose. And then that brought us to the main event: Nia Jax, Carmella versus Alexa Bliss. Winner goes on to face Asuka at Takeover, and it was good, really good. Lots of little spots in there. You know, they were trying to take out Nia Jax. Nia Jax was on the outside for a time. It was Carmella, Alexa Bliss in the ring. It was, you know, I mean, there was nothing really too stunning in this. There was Bliss hit the Sparkle Splash and didn't get the 3 count. Can't remember who she hit it on. I think it was Nia Jax, and she didn't get the 3 count. Earlier in the match, she goes up to do it. Nia Jax turns around and she climbs back down again, which I thought was pretty funny. Carmella got her kind of moments in, you know, she went through the ropes and she was like getting all hyped up and everything. She did the Bronco Buster in the corner. But Nia Jax picks up the victory, and that's the right move. Nia Jax against Asuka. I honestly don't know who should win this, because Nia Jax needs to be booked like an unstoppable monster, but so does Asuka. It's a booking nightmare. I honestly don't know which way you go. I think you have to go Asuka. And I think Nia Jax needs to go away and just get that missing piece sorted. I would love the missing piece to be better music, better ring attire, to be perfectly honest. Because I think she's all right in the ring, but she knows how to play the role she needs to play very well. But I would just like to see a little bit more kind of viciousness as well. You know, Brock Lesnar doesn't come out to, I'm not like most guys, I'm really bad, blah, blah, blah. You know, he can boom, boom, ba boom, ba boom, 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 ba boom. Yeah. Nia Jax come out, I'm not like most guys. It doesn't work for me. Cool. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed this week's NXT. I hope you're very excited for the future and the brand split and everything. Cool. Hopefully see you again next time. Bye for now.